As always, the first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyes using MAC's Painterly Paint Pot. I'm then just going to set that using this shade here called Anonymous. I feel that's going to be closest to my skin colour, and I'm just taking a Duo Fibre brush. Yeah, Duo Fibre contour brush by Real Techniques. I'm going to take my C200 Deluxe Crease Brush by Crown Brushes, and I'm going to use Laced as my transitioning shade. So just place that in and above that crease area using back and forth motions and small circular motions. Once that transition shade is down, I'm going to take this shade here called Twice Baked. Now I usually would put more of a matte shade into the crease area, but they don't really have a matte shade that's this dark in the palette. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to start that on the outer corner. And I'm using a Sigma, I think this is an E30 pencil brush to do this. Just start on the outer corner and then build that shape up. To be honest, you can't really see much of the shimmer in the shadow anyway, so I think it's going to be okay in the crease. And this shadow in particular has a lot of fallout going on. So I'm just going to take a Duo Fibre brush, sweep that from under my eyes. I have powdered under my eyes, so it should come off quite easily. That's just something to be aware of. That's something I find with Urban Decay shadows in general, is they do tend to be quite powdery. But the pigmentation is amazing, so I don't mind so much. So I'm just laying this pencil brush on its side. I haven't added any additional product. And I'm just very lightly applying that into this crease area. I like to build it up that way so there's no danger of any super harsh lines. Go back in with your C200 brush and a tiny bit of Laced, and then just start blending along those edges. Now if you feel that this could be darker, just keep on going back and layering up that product so you get it to the intensity that you desire. I do want it to be a little bit darker, so I'm going to go back in. That's why I like to take very little product at first, because it's always easier to be able to build up that intensity. Whereas if you go in and apply too much eyeshadow, you can't really take it away. Right, the next shadow I'm going to take is this shade here called Gash. I absolutely love this shade. It's just a beautiful rusty red colour, and I'm just going to place it onto the centre on my lid. We are officially in September now, and the leaves have started falling onto the ground already, and I think I'm inspired by the colours of the leaves, so that's where I'm getting my inspiration from. Then what I'm going to do is take another flat shader brush, and I'm just going to mix Moonflower and Smog together. So I don't want the inner corner to be as deep as Smog, and I want it to have just some peachy tones coming through as well, so I really like these shadows mixed. We're just going to add that onto the inner corner and just very gently blend it into Gash. Now I'm going to move on to the lower lash line, and I'm just going to start off with Gash once again. Just going to make sure any excess fallout is brushed away from under the eye area before I start this. So Gash on a Real Techniques base shadow brush, and I'll apply that to the lower lash line. So I'm just keeping this very inner corner here free, so that's where my highlight's going to go. And I do want this to look a little bit kind of grungy, so as usual I like to take this shadow quite low. Right, I'm going to go back in with the pencil brush, and I'm going to take some more Twice Baked. I'm just going to start applying that closer to the lash line, right up in between those lashes. I'm just taking this halfway across the lower lash line, just on the outer half, because I just want to add a bit more darkness. Then using that same pencil brush, I'm just going to like tap the teeniest bit on these inner parts here where the red stops, still leaving that inner corner free for highlight. And just tapping a bit of Smog and Moonflower. I'm going in with Anonymous, that shade I used to set my primer, and Sigma E25 brush. And I'm just using this as a brow bone highlight, although it's the same colour as my skin pretty much, or similar colour to my skin, so it's not really going to show up as a highlight, but it's just going to help to blend those crease shades together as well. Now for eyeliner, I'm just going to line my waterline and tightline using the NYX Slide On Glide On liner. Also going to take that a little bit between those lower lashes as well so I can smudge it down. I'm going to use this accent brush by Real Techniques just to help smudge that line in between my lower lashes a bit more. And once again, I'm only going to be doing this on the outer corner just to add a bit more darkness. I'm then going to take my Kat Von D liquid liner in Trooper, and I'm just going to create a winged liner. Now with the gel liner, I tend to like to create the wing first and then move into my eye, but with the liquid liner, I tend to like to, I like to start on the inner corner and then create the wing. I don't know why I do it that way, I just find it easier with the liquid liner. I am really enjoying this eyeliner. For those of you who've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I tend to like gel liners because I feel like I have more control. I really like the tip of this liner. It just helps you get a really nice precise line. Okay guys, I've just added my eyelashes and some mascara. For mascara I used the Perversion mascara by Decay, and for lashes I used these texture lashes from Eyelure London. I love these lashes because they have such a thin lash band, although this lash is already lifting up at the inner corner, so I can't find my duo lash glue, and at the moment I'm using this Eyelure glue and it's not very good, guys. For contour I used my NYX blush in Taupe, and for blush I used Urban Decay Score Blush. Now we're just going to move on to highlight, and I'm just using my Mirror Luminizer by The Balm. Firstly I'm going to highlight these inner corners of my eyes here. And then I'm going to swap over to a detailer brush from Real Techniques and just get right in that tear area. I'm now going to swap over to my Crown C310 Deluxe Soft Fan Brush. I'm just going to start highlighting the top of my cheekbones. I'm also going to take that around in that C shape. I'm going to use a Real Techniques setting brush just to add a little bit above the brow bone area. Now my skin's cleared up a little bit. Not the brow bone, like the high point of my brow, you know what I mean. I take a little bit on the cupid's bow and a tiny bit on my chin. Although I might as well put the tiniest bit along the nose area. Okay, that is the highlight done. We are going to move on to lips now, and for lips I'm going to use this Kat Von D studded lipstick in Lolita. It's like a little mini studded lipstick, it's really cute. Really like this colour, great for autumn. I just think it ties in really nicely with Cash. Okay guys, here is the finished look. Okay guys, there you have it. That is the completed look using the Vice Limited Reloaded palette. I really like the way this turned out. It's just really appropriate for autumn. It's got all my favourite autumnal colours going on, and it's just a really nice palette to work with. Everything blends in really nicely. If you do have any questions, please don't forget to leave your comments down below and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I hope you guys are having a great time wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next video.